everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ideally, though.
Ideally, though.
I'm your host, Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butt of this squad.
Here. What up?
Is anybody else ready for Thanksgiving?
I am not,
Why?
because of all of the bickering I've heard from you, at least from extension, that I need to make the macaroni and cheese.
And when we say macaroni and cheese, we mean homemade macaroni and cheese, not Kraft.
I went on a bit of a protest for the last year, saying like I want to make a difference and change things, and I want to do.
And we're like, no, stick to traditions, Grandma.
Fuck me,
Right, stick to traditions, Grandma. No, I love Thanksgiving. Right after Halloween, it's like this like cozy feeling of like, okay, you're about to have family over. This is the one time where you can probably get people together and hopefully there ain't no arguing and stuff.
I mean,
But that's the best part.
I think I think it's half and half. I think like half of the country is like, especially now, like this year, but half of the country is going to be like enjoying themselves, really just, really enjoying the moment, coming together, being with family and friends and shit. And the other half is just going to be very miserable. And that's usually what happens.
Like, you
during
got
these
one more time
holidays.
to say something smart to me, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna
for
be like
sure.
that, depending on how many people you have. I'm always been, since I had my daughter, it's always been kind of small. Because it was like, I don't feel like traveling all the way to someone's house. So I had to learn how to cook, like Thanksgiving dinner. So I was like, no, I'm not going to be, you know how cold it can get out here in the wintertime. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Now the house has basically become the stop for Thanksgiving.
Come
so that's
get your
cool.
plate and stuff.
Yeah, that's been nice. I still am silently protesting the macaroni and cheese.
I can do it. Listen.
But I will do the macaroni.
For the past 5 years, I've been very like aware of like what I put on my plate and how much I eat because, I used to be like a gluttonous piece of shit, but like now I'm just very mindful of like, okay, well, I can have macaroni. I just won't be like, I won't have all those carbs,
Okay.
So I'm like, I can have macaroni. I didn't mind if it was there or not.
Yeah.
But when a lot of the family wants it, it's like you're gonna have to. You have to provide.
I will provide. I will do the mac and cheese.
And as our older family gets older, like our older like grandparents,
our elders,
our parents, they don't even cook anymore. And I'm like, I wonder, am I gonna be like that? Like, I'm not cooking.
I think that just depends on the state and shape you're in.
I could see it getting smaller, or me saying, well, if everybody's separated, then I'm going out of town for Thanksgiving. Right. But I've never done that. Like, it's like a wow thing when I see people who are like, oh, I went to the movies for Thanksgiving, or I went out to eat, like to dinner. And I'm like, who's open? And doesn't that feel like a little sad, just a little bit?
Yeah. I have a couple of friends who had to do that type of situation. And I always do say, like, there's plates open. If you
absolutely. Like, who wants to come over? One. Come over. Yeah. Bring a bottle. I like some tequila. I like some Hennessy. I could mix them. That's how I do. I'm risque. Also, though, like, if it was me, like, it is like, I know this time can be very depressing for people, especially if they're here alone.
That's what I was speaking to. Yeah,
I would make myself a little Thanksgiving dinner and cry in my plate.
Yeah, that sounds festive. That sounds like the thing to do.
Or do like the Friendsgiving?
Friendsgiving, yeah.
Yeah, if you have friends, which like with me, I don't. So it's just like I have friends, but a lot of them are not close, like near me or out of town.
Everybody's out of state. With
you. So I mean, I think that's a cool little thing to do, like a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I've never really had to deal with that portion.
I feel like girls usually do it. Men never do it.
Nah.
They would rather like literally be on the balcony ready to.
Yeah, basically.
Instead of like saying, "Hey, I'm lonely," and I just wish more men would just be like, "Hey, can I come? Yeah, come over. Shoot, we ain't doing nothing. Do you want to drink? Do you want to play games?"
There's a men's health crisis going on out there, and this is part of it for sure.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you see this week that Tony Todd died?
Yeah.
He was 69.
It's weird because we were just recently talking about him.
Yeah.
We were just recently.
I love me some Tony Todd. So I mean, I was like, I'm psychic. I knew it was coming. Why would I watch Candyman? I was watching Candyman days before I heard of his passing, so that meant something.
That could either
I'm very
be
clairvoyant.
coincidence, or I don't know.
It ain't never coincidence. I hate when people do that in scary movies. This can't happen. We're literally in Hell's Kitchen, and you want to question, if I have powers. Don't do it.
I mean,
but
yeah,
I'm gonna miss him. What was it? Candyman 1 through 3. Lean on Me. Remember he played security guard.
Yeah.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
The voice of Venom.
Yeah.
Flash.
I mean, he's done multiple video games. I saw it was cool to see like the different studios come out and post their we're deeply saddened, their condolences and things of that nature. That was really cool too. That's a huge horror loss. You know what I mean? It's a huge horror loss. That's somebody who's a staple.
One of our first black, scary person.
Yeah, he was like one of the
supernatural.
Goats,
yeah,
for sure. It's a sore miss.
But we got to see him in the remake of Candyman, which is like a deep face. So I loved seeing. I was like, yes,
that was dope.
Pay homage, and that's one thing I love about Jordan Peele. Like, I feel like my mind and his mind is very similar. Like, I've talked about like People on the Stairs, and a lot of people haven't watched that movie, and he's like, I'm gonna redo it. I'm like, you fucking love me, don't you? Like, you fucking love me. Just say that we're like simpatico.
Simpatico. I hate it. I hate it so much.
But yeah, I was like, oh man. But you know what? I seen a picture of him at a con some months ago, and he looked very thin. So I don't know if it was cancer or something. They did find him in his home.
Yeah, I saw a video of him basically talking about how much he loves it when kids try to do the Venom voice and stuff, and he looked relatively tiny. And that was upsetting to see, but it didn't even really like resonate in my head that could have been a thing up until after his passing. So
the first time I seen Tony Todd was Night of the Living Dead. That was the first time I seen Tony Todd.
Okay.
I was like, wow, this one black man in this movie.
Yeah.
Fighting off zombies.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Yeah. That's my earliest memory. Yeah, but then my most prominent, to be honest, my most prominent, especially it's mostly film. It has to be Candyman and Final Destination.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Those two. Like, he is death. You know what I mean?
And I love that he was like, listen, I'm not just Candyman. I can play in other like scary stuff. Which I mean, obviously he did it with Night of the Living Dead, but he wasn't the bad guy on there.
Yeah.
So seeing him on Final Destination, I think it was 2. I was like, okay, you back in your horror bag.
Yeah.
In that sense, right? Kind of cryptic and what happened.
I mean, he was in I think the other ones also. Which is cool.
Yeah, I think the third one.
He is death. Like, he's supposed to be that, like, the farrier to death or whatever the fuck. So it's he was an icon, an absolute horror icon, and he's sorely gonna be missed for sure. This is gonna be a hit. For a while.
We have like multiple like pictures in our house with like just people I feel like are an icon. I would put Tony Todd up, but I'm scared if I look in the mirror and I happen to say Candyman 5 times, his ass really gonna pop up.
That like out the picture.
He really gonna pop up time.
Now the possibilities are endless.
But like,
fuck around and find out.
Right? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna even chance that. And getting your kids into it too. I remember showing Candyman to our son, and you got to get him in the roots of things.
He's a fan. He's scared, but he's still a fan, which is cool. Yeah.
On a little bit of a lighter note, tonight we do have the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. Yesterday they had their weigh-in, and he socked Jake. And it looked like he was about to give him a blow to his stomach. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, this is the Tyson I've been waiting on. Let's see what happens. What's your prediction?
There was a clip that went around, and there's a look that a person has in their eyes where that person's a murderer. You know what I mean?
Like, he ain't all the way there.
I mean, he could be there. He's just a killer. You know what I mean? He's just got the killer instinct, as corny as that could sound, right? And he was saying something about like his teenage kids, or his kids don't think he's shit, but after today they'll think he's special. Wow. That's what a killer would say. That's like as he was saying that, I was imagining that it was like written down, like it's on a scrawled out on like a napkin that was like dirty and crumpled up. You know what I mean? And like part of a clue of a murder mystery, because that's how he sounds. And there's a bit of like fear and like danger and dread that you could see, not in his eyes for him, for what he has to do to this kid.
Do we think that he's gonna win?
Okay, look, I'll say this: he's old.
Yeah, he
He's
has
old. I have to keep
time
that
on
stuff
his
in
side.
mind.
Yep.
He still has the killer instinct mindset, so that I don't know could always pull you through. That's why I'm speaking to that. Do I think he can
Knock him
absolutely
out.
power him out?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Probably not. I know when we think about Mike Tyson, you just think about him in the 80s and the 90s, in the early 2000s, like 2000, 2001,
Yeah.
before,
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I'm like, remember, you guys, he is older.
Yeah.
Do I think that he can knock Jake Paul out? No. But not.
I think he can. I just
I
don't
think
know
he can knock him
if the
out,
opportunity
but I
will
don't think
arise.
that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't. If he loses, I think Jake is gonna be fucking tired as fuck.
I also,
This is a real fight.
I also think that if he were to lose, it'll be one of those like Jake had to work for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those debatables, like maybe throughout time. But also, Jake will be enemy number one if you actually harm or knock out.
I don't think he will.
Dude, the world loves Mike Tyson. The world loves Mike Tyson. The
Suburban
world.
white kids love Jake Paul and his brothers.
Not as many. So the world, and then there's a percentage of those kids. You know what I mean? Everybody from The Hangover, it doesn't matter. You love Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? You understand Mike Tyson. He has that repertoire. He is just as much as Tony Todd is an icon. If Jake happens to harm or knock him out, niggas are gonna be upset, and I mean niggas like the world is gonna be upset about.
Let me just say this: we didn't have too many losses already. We don't got time for this.
I ain't talking about hurting them, like killing them or harming them, but like
no, really I'm just saying.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't. I think
this will be the first like match for Jake Paul that he really is gonna like break a sweat. If I'm being honest, every other one he had, to me, I was like, this is.
He's gotta be nervous.
I think he's nervous.
He's got to be nervous.
He met Mike Tyson when he was like a baby, and there's a picture of him screaming. So.
You think it's gonna be the same type of incident?
I think he's very cocky, and he's gonna put on a show that, like, oh, hey, old man, I'm in my prime and I'm in your world now. Yeah. But I'll be scared to fight Mike Tyson if he was 80 years old. So I'm not even playing.
True.
I think that this is the first time where he's gonna be like, we can see like Jake like, this ain't an easy fight, my guy.
Yeah,
it's not easy, even with his age.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I gotta give credit though, because Mike got those training videos that had been happening over the last couple of years, where he just was just. He looked good.
He looks good.
He looked good. He's slower. Yes, he's slower. Whatever. You slow down with age, nigga. We all do. But
he looks good for his
age. He
still
look good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Muhammad Ali wasn't even like that at what Mike Tyson is.
Right. Right. So
that says a lot.
This might be a different type of thing. I'm excited for the fight.
So what you think? Like, how many rounds they gonna go?
Ooh.
You think they're gonna go all 12? Is it supposed to be 12?
I don't know. I didn't watch the weigh-in, so I don't know what the whole thing is down. What's gonna come down to?
Well, it's gonna be on Netflix, so
it'll be on Netflix, which is one thing I wanted to discuss. How crazy is that?
I like that. A live boxing match on Netflix. They're doing their one.
I feel like Netflix, not to get too tangential, but I feel like Netflix is on like a big move right now. They have the TKO and like WWE contract, so like WWE will be showing up on there.
Okay.
And if you can imagine how big it was during the Attitude Era, like how many people around the world have Netflix? That is a crazy number of eyes. So now they're competing
with Peacock, because Peacock has the whole like WWE wrestling kind of thing going on for them.
Yeah, I think this is no longer a competition. I think like Netflix is like bought out the contract.
They should, because
they also have UFC that's might be starting up there too.
Oh wow, so they
because TKO the company owns like UFC, WWE, and some other
Does that mean Dana's gonna get a nice little check?
Whew, man. Yeah.
No, he
The
was
Rock,
annoying.
even fucking Vince McMahon gets a golden parachute out of this.
Man, fuck him.
I know, but like still,
Yeah.
that shit's wild.
Yeah.
There's some real big money and changes going around, man. That's a big move to have your boxing event back like on such a wide stream. That's what I'm saying. The world is gonna be disappointed, or this is gonna change the world of sports. It's gonna be crazy,
and it's meant to too. Like we got to give Jake that. Like
Word.
he did it for a reason.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see him fight a real boxer that has a lot of accolades behind under his belt. So
yeah,
that's
who
something
is
to
an
see.
absolute natural born killer.
Yeah. Speaking of somebody who be murdering it. Denzel Washington. He had an interview because he's been promoting Gladiators too.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how he only has about 5 more films under his belt. He's retiring, and the last films are going to be all directed by Black people.
So I did end up looking at another interview that happened because that made media waves. He actually did another one and he clarified. Basically said that that it's not technically a retiring phase or retirement.
He just wants to do things that are mean something to him.
Yeah, they mean something to him as far as those 5 films go, but he wants to move behind the camera more now. So he said, I hope I get the quote right because I thought it was an absolute bar when I saw it. He says, I believe the world that life works in 3 phases. You learn, you earn, and then you return.
Oh, I like that.
I'm in my return phase.
That's good.
So, it was a bar. And so with that, I think he's gonna make some significant changes on the back end of how Blacks are shown in film decades later. I think this is gonna make some changes because Denzel is the man. Like, and when I saw him actually doing this interview, I posted it and was like, we must protect him at all costs. Like he is a absolute treasure. You know what I mean?
He had his first film 2 years ago. He directed and had starred Michael B. Jordan. I was I'm gonna be honest. I was like, no.
Yeah.
But I see where he was going with it.
Right.
He wants to tell more Black stories. And he has a point of view he wants people to see. So I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, Denzel behind the camera as he was a master in front. This is gonna be.
Yeah, he just has to get his footing and. He's gonna be great.
We don't have too many of our Scorsese's. We Blacks.
Yeah, we don't. We have John Singleton.
We got John Singleton and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I still don't think they're at that where they should be revered by everyone, not just us.
It's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying?
It takes a long time.
I think he could break that wave.
He probably can.
I think he can break that wave. I think Jordan Peele can break that wave. There's
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think all of them getting involved in things and being maybe the
a lot of the women
stalwart march that we need, could open some doors.
So he did talk about how he's going to be a part of Black Panther 3. And I said, so you going to be in Wakanda with no accent or what?
It's Denzel. The real true question is, does he need an accent?
Hell yeah, he need an accent unless
no, he doesn't.
No, listen. Unless he's gonna be on the other side where it's army, he's coming to Wakanda. If you're supposed to be somebody in Wakanda, nigga, you need an accent.
It's Denzel. If he does it, he does it. If he doesn't,
he's not going to. Can you imagine? Okay, Othello.
Yeah.
Othello. How he gonna do that? Once our world quarrels. I don't know how he gonna do Yo, I can't see him how's he supposed to do that one too? How's he supposed to talk like Shakespearean if he has that just distinctive voice?
Man, I am hearing a blasphemous amount of doubt.
I'm just
sprinkled on Denzel's name right now.
I'm just asking. We ain't heard it.
No,
we ain't heard it.
I'm gonna shoot my man some bail. He don't need it. It's Denzel.
Are you playing with me that he is going to be in Wakanda and not going to have no accent?
He don't need it.
Forrest Whitaker has an accent. Why can't he? Come on now. What the hell is going on?
Was it a good accent?
Yes, it was.
Forrest Whitaker's accent was good.
I love Forrest Whitaker.
Panther. No,
Angela Bassett sounds the same. What it is.
We want that type of.
Yes, Absolutely. I
No,
want you to try.
it wasn't good.
I want you to try. We're in Africa.
Man, this is rough.
Nigga, we in Africa. You gotta put that.
And if anybody could do it, it's Denzel. Again, I'm hearing a blasphemous
No,
amount.
I want to make sure I hear it though. Like, I don't want that. You know how I told you about like old movies I watch, and it's like, you know, the people who really went to school, which Denzel did, right? Samuel Jackson, they went to school, and they know, like, hey, I'm in this region in the world. I'm gonna put on an accent, and then you'll see other actors who are supposedly Candyman too, supposedly be from New Orleans, and they're speaking like they're from the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like, come on now.
It truly is going to depend on the vibe of the movie, of course. I know we're making jokes up here, but that's only going to be the actual factor. The vibe of the movie is going to make sure to birth whether or not he's going to need the accent or not. Yeah. And I do stand 10 toes down saying that he does not need it. It's Denzel.
Well, listen, you said he transitioned it. I would love to see a little bit of a different side where he has an accent. What has he played in any movie with an accent? I see. I have to go back and think.
I mean, all of the accents that were a thing, it was Southern and things of that nature, or like from like Glory.
Okay, he had an accent in Glory
and stuff like that. I mean, not really, but was supposed to. See, this is the thing. All right. I would much rather Denzel not have the accent if you don't need it, because
I think so.
I don't know if it'll be like, Will Smith After Earth,
and you don't want to tank your thoughts of Denzel.
It's not. It wouldn't. Okay, first off, it would never tank those thoughts. You're not. I'm not even gonna let you finish.
Spoil.
Nah. It's Denzel. Wrap that man in bubble wrap and save him and protect him forever, just as much as we need to save and protect Stevie Wonder. But I mean, we don't need it. It's Denzel.
Then he just can't be from Wakanda. That's the only thing. He has to be doing something else. He can be in the military or something. He cannot.
Incredibly limiting.
It is what it is. If you don't want to get your hopes all crushed because he started making an accent like Will Smith. So
nah, I think that man is more than capable of doing the accent.
But when did we hear it? You've heard it.
You don't need it.
I'm wondering when you're gonna get your tongue out of Denzel's ass. Okay, because he too can learn some more.
Oh man, how wrong you are.
Well, anyways,
you mentioned Silver Bullet. I don't ever want to hear
always you. Bring that up, bro. Like that's
I don't ever want
2 years ago. Like who does that? I have opinions, and they need to count,
and they need
to be heard, and they need to be heard. You ain't gonna play me with this Denzel thing. I love Denzel.
I know, but you sound like you like him, not love him, and I don't like that.
Shut the hell up. Listen, I just want to know if he gonna have an accent.
I hope he come over here and equalize you.
Equalize your shit. I love Denzel. I think we'll be so intimidated to sit across from him because, like, it's Denzel. I would be shivering in my fucking boots.
Yeah, but there's also like a bit of I'd personally say like homeboy, because of all the interviews I've seen, he seems very much like a gentleman. And then when he around us, like the shit he do with like Jamie Foxx and shit like that, he's like so funny, seems so down to earth and so cool. Like that's like New York type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Especially when he did that interview, he talked about how he liked Cardi B, and I was like, I love you, Denzel. Like I didn't know you was. He's like, I like that. I was like, yes, Denzel. Okay, I fucks with you.
Yeah, for sure.
So this year we got Fallout on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Top Tier show.
Yeah, we have season 2 coming out next year, and Macaulay Culkin has just been.
Oh,
he's going to be in season 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's no like what his character is going to be, because I know it's like more so open world in a sense, right? With Fallout, but he's supposedly supposed to be this crazy genius character. So we'll see how eccentric he is or whatever. But I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Macaulay Culkin in Fallout. I've noticed in the last couple of years that he's been finally sprouting. Remember, he kind of took a hiatus and we didn't see him for a while.
Yeah.
And then it looks like he came back around, like, well, at least for me, what I saw was like Ryan Murphy brought him out when American Horror Story. And I was like, okay, come on, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. I saw him sporadically on like web shows like Red Letter Media. Those are the guys who get like the they do the shitty movies and they review them.
Were they? Well, he was on there like interviewing.
No, just like as a special guest, like,
Oh.
and he does like skits and things with them. Like they know each other apparently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the regular media is pretty legit.
I mean, Macaulay Culkin was in the underground scene at one point, so
yeah. So I think that's where it might be where the relationship kind of fostered.
yeah.
But yeah, I've seen him, you know, over the in between time. But even this is like before seeing him in American Horror Stories or whatever. Like doing some pretty funny comedic, you know, stuff. He had a small podcast that he did that
wow.
that I listened to for a bit there. It only lasted about a year.
Well,
But
Macaulay Culkin, if you want to come on, ideally though, like
I mean, you're more than welcome.
Ideally though, you
For
could
sure.
sit right here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So
you think he begin to check for every Christmas for
yes.
Home Alone, like
Yes,
a nice
absolutely.
one, or is it more like a
No, it's
small...
a nice one.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice one because the people go and still buy those movies. I'm sure he has residuals like in the pocket, and of course that thing's gonna get played for the entire month. It ain't just
only hope that you can get a movie like that
And
where
you know
it's a
what?
seasonal thing that always comes out.
If you really think about it, they don't stop really. They start playing that movie around November, mid this month anyway. Maybe even at the end into like early January. So
Yep.
like, yeah, he getting ducats. That's it's playing like around the world.
Him, Mariah Carey, whoever, you know, like what is it? Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers get money every year. It's probably not as it got to be a nice check because it plays all like was it what's the what is the station it would always play on?
What station? TBS.
TBS. Yeah. But I've heard that they may not play it this year like all day. I was like, don't fuck our traditions,
I doubt
please.
It. No, I doubt it. I mean, they would probably just constitute like maybe a place that doesn't want to. But like that thing is gonna get played. It's gonna be on streaming platforms. People are gonna. I'll be wanting
my check.
You know, it doesn't really matter. Like
40 years ago, I was on it, and I still get a nice little check.
All of those Home Alone movies end up on a streamer somewhere during that month, and everybody ends up watching it in one way, shape, or form. Yeah, he gets mad checks.
That's amazing. I love that.
I'm sure.
You can only hope you can get a movie like that is seasonal, where it's like, oh, it's a Christmas movie. It's like Hocus Pocus for Halloween. Yeah. Like getting my check. Like I could be broke all year until around that time.
And if he's not getting any payments from it, like how fucked up is Hollywood? And why would you ever want to work there ever? Right?
Like, no, I think he's getting it. Yeah. So. Earlier this week, I saw our Grammy nominations. I know we had kind of predicted and we talked about Kendrick Lamar. So we know that he has his Grammy nominations.
Right.
Beyonce, she's leading with 11 nominations. So that makes her like the highest, like nominated person of all time.
And this is for the Cowboy.
Yeah. Okay. Cowboy Carter. Just to name a couple people who've been nominated: Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
Willow Smith. She got 2 nominations.
Good for her.
Yeah, I saw Will Smith kind of posted it on his Instagram, and I know he's a proud daddy.
Yeah.
Shabuzi.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
We know Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. Andre 3000.
And
I love that. I love that.
Interesting.
Glorilla. I said that's what is the Glorious? That album? Bomb. It's bomb.
Yeah.
Coco Jones.
Okay.
I know she got nominated last year. Yeah. I believe she won, and she's getting nominated again. That's amazing.
I mean, putting in work. Mm-hmm. Good quality.
Let's see. Doechii.
Yeah.
Yeah, most nominated female rapper of 2025 Grammys.
Good for her. Yeah. She did well deserved. And you know what sucks is okay, my fucking rapper hip hop head.
What?
Coming out now. I'm gonna display. Rhapsody had a very good album that came out this year. Rhapsody's album was so good, and she really was like in her bag and like rapping. Mm-hmm. Like it's on the level of Layla's Daughter. Like if you're fans of Rhapsody out there, it's and it feels like her. I want to say Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, and it's not getting the credit it deserves, and it upsets me. Although I love Doechii, and Alligator Tears is crazy. That is a good album. Like I knew of her from like a Kodak Black joint you used to play or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh, that song's cool, but I didn't think of anything of it because it's like a clubby joint, right? She could rap her ass off. I had no fucking clue. But man, did Rhapsody have a really good album, and I feel like nobody's paying attention.
That's just like Chloe Bailey. She is saying how she's gotten stiffed for a Grammy.
Okay, did she get snubbed this year
too?
Okay.
So some people are saying that, and I don't think it helps that like your sister got nominated last year, and you're hoping that because you do more music than she does. You think about the balance of like TV, movies versus music. She does more music,
and there is always that like societal like force, like I don't know, competition between them. You know what I mean? It's silent, but it's there. So
that doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all. That exacerbates.
Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
Where's he been?
They have a new song out.
Really?
Yeah. So he's been touring. He's just been doing a lot of touring.
Yeah. But then he was all that debt. He was
able to tour and get on a song with Lady Gaga, and they nominated for a Grammy. Good. Okay. Teddy Swims. He's a new artist. Yeah. But he's been around for a couple years now, and they're just now playing his music that I've been listening to. Chris Brown, he has like 3 Grammy nominations. Good for him. I think people are wondering if he's gonna be able to perform. I think they screwed him for like almost a decade now.
I wanted to go on record. Okay, and saying that whenever we get older, and Chris Brown does do his like transition into the next, we're gonna regret it. We're gonna regret as a society how much we like really shat on him and like all those things, because that type of talent you don't get to see. Yeah. Name me anybody who has been dancing and doing all those things quite like him since him. Name me anybody who has that type of voice flair, that type of pull, that type of like nobody has ever broached any of that since his inception on. Nobody. Not even Jason Derulo.
He's a head. Like
not even him. It would be your closest, maybe. I don't know, but your closest would be
like Usher, Neo. Those are like, I guess, the closest, right?
But those are behind. Those are before. A lot of that stuff is before him. That's what I'm saying. From him, name me somebody who has done any of the stuff.
Yeah,
think about that.
The thing
is crazy
that like society wants to cancel him so bad, but he keeps rising from the ashes, and like everything goes double platinum,
and then throw another 40 song album at you, and then
and he's like, I don't care what y'all think, I'm gonna keep doing it,
and then it does works.
Yeah, it always works.
Like it's proof in the pudding that he is there. He's the talent. Like, you know how LeBron has like natural, God-given, zapped into him talent. That's Chris Brown, and the fact that we're still treating him for mistakes that has happened in the past. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, niggas grow. Give them a chance. I'm sorry, I didn't need to go on that tirade, but I felt something there.
I felt something. All right, let's see. Usher's nominated. Lucky Day, SZA, Money Long, Janae.
Shout out to Money Long.
You like her?
I hope she gets it.
Janae Okia. What's her? Aoki. Is that how you say the last name? God damn it! I
don't fucking know.
Eminem.
Cool.
Cardi B. Kehlani, J. Cole, Future, and Metro Boomin. So that's just to name a few. But Taylor Swift.
Man, Money Long. I hope she gets it. I love Money Long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Hold on. Who gonna get their Grammys?
I mean, Kendrick's got to come out of there with a bunch. Am I going to say Beyonce gets a few? I think
so.
I think maybe
it'll be hard.
It'll be hard. I mean, I know she's leading in nominations, but
give her at least one.
Yeah, it depends on what she's going to be going up against. The Sabrina Carpenter like hive is slowly becoming like really ravenous. I don't know. And then
she's good.
I know this ain't no shade or anything. I'm just saying, hey, look, you got all the Denzel doubt off in the world. Maybe I doubt a little bit of Beyonce.
I'm not part of the Beehive, so I'm not tripping.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I feel like with lead probability, I think I'm thinking like
she should have got something at the Country Music Awards.
I feel like that one is different because it's like
I don't know if they would give it the same type of like stamp at the Grammys either. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it made that type of wave with me. In all honesty,
I don't know. Ray J, why has he been just making waves lately? He's a little unhinged right now.
Is he going through something?
I think so. He did a sit down interview with TMZ, like whoever the lead, that guy from TMZ?
Yeah.
And he said that there's been celebrities and high profile figures that have been reaching out to him to ensure that he doesn't like publicize their connection to Diddy. And I'm like, well, Ray J I feel like Ray J's been in a lot of rooms. I think people really, they don't know how many rooms Ray J's been in. And I'm assuming he knows things and he put it out there. And I think the reason why people probably have reached out to him is because he's giving very much big Orlando Brown energy. And they're nervous, if that's the truth, allegedly.
I think that this just a lot, like this is one of those moments where you don't do that, because this is a lot like the FBI to be like, oh yeah? And now we're knocking on your door now.
Yeah.
And now that we're knocking on your door and we subpoena you, you have to tell the truth. And then if you perjure yourself in the midst of this case, if you just are lying, and now look at you. Now look, reputation shot. Now we think you out here crazy with like in some like or like you said, Orlando or whatever type of mindset. Yeah. And now we got like you lying on record. Or you might be pivotal, and why didn't you come forth beforehand?
He was like, I don't even know why I just said that. And I'm like, Ray J,
see,
where's your mom at? She's the manager. Like, I'm pretty sure she didn't told
somebody come get Brandy's brother.
I think she can't control him anymore. The way she used to be able to control him, he spiraled. And I think a lot of people are like, bro, can you please not slip up and say anything about me? And then he ends up saying it at an actual sit down formal interview.
Somebody call TMZ. Princess. Tell her to come bring this little nigga in.
We're called Brandy.
Brandy, come get your brother.
I'm a little fearful for him. He went on live yesterday. I think he was apologizing to, I forgot what pastor, about stuff he said. I'm a little nervous about Ray J.
I think because he did say some nasty stuff a few days ago, basically saying like, the things he's don't like edit the interview we had, don't take nothing out and all this other stuff. He was real nasty apparently on like a voicemail or some shit like that. I don't know, maybe he's going through one of those types of things.
It's a lot of mental health coming out lately.
Some weirdness.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ray J's always been the type over the last fucking 15 years to like do like the clout chasey thing. I don't understand if he's in need of the attention or anything like that. Like he should be good. You know what I'm saying? You're Ray J. You should be good. You've done enough. You got Raycon earbands, headphones. I'm thinking you're like in the market. You killing it. Like what is happening? It does raise some concerns because it's not like there is clout chasey Ray J, where he also is like joking, he apologizes and all this other stuff,
he
like in the midst of
things.
And those moments. Shirt off and... Yeah, those moments. But this doesn't have that same type of feel. This feels more like a manic episode.
Something you hanging out with Amber Rose bald headed ass, and y'all got y'all Make America Great Again hats on.
Everybody knows she's
confused.
An idiot. So yeah, I don't know. I hate having to use like clout chasing as like the
I don't know if that's the thing,
but I'm so over that phrase. I don't know. It feels like these motherfuckers. Yeah, you know what? For real, it really feels like that.
But he's good. But he's shunning people probably. I'm pretty sure because he has a tight knit like family. I'm pretty sure his mom said something. Brandy probably said something that he don't want to listen right now. I know that him and his sister relationship is not crazy good right now. Probably like how it used to be. But I don't know. He needs to maybe go to rehab.
Brandy, come get your brother.
Go to rehab. Somebody else who needs to kind of maybe sit down, Meg the Stallion.
Oh, interesting. I never thought I'd hear this take. Go on.
So Meg the Stallion was at Michael Rubin's all-white party, and she confronted Winnie Harlow about a post she made.
I love Winnie.
Yeah, about a post she made, because Winnie's from Toronto. So she made a post about Tory Lanez. This is in the midst of the trial.
Oh, okay.
And once she realized it, like how it was like perceived, she deleted it. And then she tried to reach out to Meg, supposedly. This is what sources say. She tried to reach out to Meg, and she kept her on red, like left her on red. So then, I guess last weekend when they went to the party, Meg confronted her about it. And then I guess a lot of people were around them, and somebody said that Meg said to Winnie, like, I should beat your ass. And before it can get violent, I guess they broke it up. Before it can actually turn into like a physical altercation. I'm just like, Meg, please, like, you're gonna really dig yourself a hole. Like, stop getting in these fights. I hope alcohol wasn't involved because they say you alcoholic and you need to get your shit together. Like, why are we fighting about something? People are gonna talk all day. I hope you don't think these bitches is your friends. They not. They showed their ass during the trial, so you know who you can be cool with, who you not. You can say hey and keep it pushing, but to confront people about stuff that happened at the beginning of the year, like, let it go. You know, like,
yeah, I think she's given people enough reasons in so many different instances in the last, I don't know, I'll say 4 years to not like her for some reason. I've heard multitude. It's a lot of men. It's a lot of men, granted, so that could be, you know, like manosphere hate or like some shit like that. But I do think there are some things that she has done that seem a little weird or iffy to me. It's not enough to make me go like, you know, oh, she's a terrible person, or I don't like that girl, or whatever the case may be. But you know, it is one of those where like, here comes the true color type of situation.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm getting from this vibe here, because you know, I've read things that say that she is a bully in a number of ways. The alcohol is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Niggas have gone on record, you know, really saying that she hasn't kind of truly given herself the time to like move past a bunch of the stuff that happened in her life in that year, you know. So you know, it's a lot more outwardly coming out in different sporadic ways, little by little. And I don't know, maybe there is a little bit of credence to some of these people's feelings about her. That just seems like, why Winnie of all people? Winnie?
I don't know. People say Winnie is mean.
I know.
Some people say that
but
too.
That's model world. I kind of feel like that's like inherently.
I don't know.
Catty.
Some people somebody got to have a video out there, but it hasn't been shown yet. I don't know.
It is also a Michael Rubin party. If he doesn't want, you know, anything to come out, ain't nothing gonna come out. Kind of like, you know, Diddy. I'm not saying in the same boat, but I'm also saying they've been on the same boat.
I love Meg the Stallion. I just don't. I hate that like she's doing things that's like causing people to like not like her. And I hope it's not alcohol involved, because I thought she was stopping it, because that is what people have always said too. Like, she drinks a lot, and then here comes the arguments and the fighting, and we already know what kind of led up to
a lot of people saying that led to, that's what, you know, could be a catalyst in a lot of the shooting situation. It's I don't know. I've seen so many things. I mean, we're never ever going to know the exact truth. It's only the truth that has been, you know, judged upon, right? Yeah. The gavel came down. So there's that. But will I say that she has exhibited behavior that could be like, you're a little iffy?
It's like on brand. Some people might think it's on brand.
Yeah, that seems on brand.
Well, I think if she just doesn't talk about it, she'll be good. We can just kind of ride this wave, and it'll be the end of it, and hopefully learn a lesson. Again, these people ain't your friends, and you don't get mad. It's just like internet trolls. What can you do? People gonna talk.
They're gonna be there.
Yeah,
they're gonna be there.
It's because she's like learning. Oh, this small elite circle that I thought we all had our backs, each other's back. It's not like that. People have took sides, unfortunately, during this whole Meg and Tory Lanez thing.
Yeah.
So at that point, you check it up. Yeah, you check it up and be like, I fuck with this person, I don't fuck with this person, and keep it moving.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be in my face. That's all I would say.
Yeah, chuck it up.
Yeah.
At that point, start anew, reset. I don't think we got that from her. That's kind of the problem. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think we got a full reset from her.
I want to say this though. She lost both her parents, so
that's what I'm also saying.
She hasn't gotten proper like therapy and stuff.
That's what I'm thinking.
I want to give her that grace where maybe just those are like those outbursts, like you talked about.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. So I mean, Meg, just for personal sake, not for what image, not optics, no nothing. Maybe sit down and give yourself a little time to just you know, she's been a workhorse. I'll give her that. Lately, she's been a workhorse. I feel like there might have been some Meg hate in what I was saying, because I definitely think she's awesome. Like she can rap her ass off. You know what I mean? But I think that the personal side of the artist also needs to be nurtured Two?
Yeah.
And there's too many artists we've seen go through, lose parents, Kanye and all these other motherfuckers that go through certain things and just lose they shit, slowly trickles down into like a breakdown.
You just need good people around you that's going to say, hey,
Yeah.
I need you to stop this. You need to go to therapy. Because they want to make so much money off of you, they don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just run you ragged.
Yeah, Meg the Stallion, we finna put you in the races.
Yeah.
And that's all you do.
So hopefully she has good people. I know, remember she had that deal.
Yeah.
So she left that, and so I'm hoping she gets more people that are willing to take care of her and not really care about the dollar at the end of the day, because she's gonna make money. She just has to be healthy.
Yeah.
You don't want to put her in these positions where she's gonna lose deals because of people are saying, I don't want to deal with her.
And then there goes the manic episode. We've seen too many. It happened too many times.
One of the last things I want to talk about, this has been crazy. So Skai Jackson, she was the little cute little black girl with the curly hair from Jessie. She was on there with Cameron Boyce.
Oh, the bug-eyed little black
girl.
Okay,
she's so cute, right?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I get you,
she's been. There is this little. She has this little reputation of being like not so nice and things like that.
Oh, really?
She got a little ghetto on her, and her mammy do too. But she started dating this little redhead black dude. And that's what led to her getting arrested a couple months ago because she was fighting him.
I do remember that being an incident.
Yeah.
Wasn't she pregnant at the time?
She just came out a couple days ago, said she's pregnant. But the problem is now she's fighting with this little boy because she met him, I guess, on Instagram Live, and they became like pen pals because he went to jail. Like automatically, like when she met him, he was going to jail. Like young little punk, whatever. He was on.
Lucky him, I guess.
Lucky him, but this is a case of when celebrities don't know that they're celebrities. He's a little punk who went on Facebook Live last night, 2 nights ago, and he was saying like, oh, I can't believe I got this little bobblehead Disney bitch pregnant. And he tweeted stuff, and then like Skai and her mom tried to say, oh, he got hacked. No, he didn't get hacked, girl, because he doubled down when he got on Facebook, saying I should have never got this little bobblehead bitch pregnant. He already got 3 kids.
Wow.
And he's in his early 20s, like Skai is.
Oh, gross.
And somebody said that he looks like very similar to Cameron Boyce, the one who died from Descendants.
Oh.
He said, don't compare me to that motherfucker, something like that. I'm smoking Cameron right now. Are you fucking nuts? We ride for Cameron, so I mean, and she does too.
Maybe
you
deserve to be in jail.
Yeah. Let me tell you though, karma hits very fast. So he did that Facebook Live. A couple hours later, he violates his probation. The cops try to come get him, and he tries to flee.
Oh, but so he's back in jail.
He get hit by a car. Yo, sources say he got hit by a car. There's a video on TikTok going around, and he's in jail. Girl, leave his raggedy ass alone. Leave that little Ronald McDonald ass nigga alone. He ain't worth it. He's messing your brand up.
The fact that she's having a baby is like I know. Look, abortion's a sensitive topic, but that nigga would have been vacuum sealed. You hear me?
I'm just saying, like I bet every time her mama look at her belly, she'd be like, why didn't you listen to me? Like, he is more trouble than he's worth.
Yo, that is crazy.
It's that good girl, like in the bad boy type thing, but I thought that was so disgusting and disrespectful of him to say something about Cameron.
He got his karma.
Stupid?
He got some bruises, physical ones.
Yeah, I really do hope he got hit by a car.
Ego, and he got to be in jail.
Yeah.
Damn.
But people, they are
less than a 48-hour period.
That's what you get.
Yo, if anybody worked fast, God worked fast.
Look, I was watching the video, right, and I'm not about like police brutality, but I was like, go ahead and elbow him for me a little bit. Just go ahead.
For it if it's against white people.
That's just like disgusting. It was disgusting. I mean, he black, but he looks.
No, I'm just saying what I feel.
Yeah, he looks like a little albino. I
know
guess.
that. Yeah, you said that.
But they're on her neck. They're on Skai Jackson's neck, and what people? She used to have like a fake account that she would like troll on. Yeah. And now, but she is DMing people all over TikTok, telling them to take down their videos. Girl, you made this mess. People are going to talk about it. She literally is DMing people. Again, a case of someone who doesn't know they're a celebrity.
This portion needs to be a short.
I'm like, girl, like it's been like this for all week. Like, just
that's crazy.
Ever since, like, we all knew that she was pregnant because There was a couple weeks ago that you could see her walking down the street with a bonnet on with the guy arguing.
Oh, that was the guy?
Yeah,
I
he's
saw that
tall
picture.
and yeah.
I thought that it was just like a random.
No, that was a guy.
Oh,
That was her
wow.
baby daddy.
Okay.
So she had to
Ew.
come out and say she was pregnant, but
Gross.
what a loser. What
Yeah.
a fucking loser.
Yeah, that's a bum.
Yeah.
Why do y'all do that?
Skai, you need to let your mom, like she's been doing, try to fix this. Because, you know, I think her mom is her manager, and leave that dirty little boy alone. Leave him alone. I think you have a new movie coming out. I think it's called White Van. People are not going to work with you if this is the drama that you're going to have around you. So you might want to just kind of step away. You got enough money to do what you got to do when it comes to raising your baby. He's not going to be it. He got 3 other babies, and he's young, you're young. We know that those type of things do not help. You having a baby is not going to make you stay or be better.
Take it as a speed bump and keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any last words of wisdom before we head out for the weekend?
I'm still debating that macaroni and cheese. Hey, good night.
Well, you guys remember we do drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms. And we're on YouTube on Sundays at Ideally Though Pod. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button.
Share them shits.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.